Hey, I want to get like right into it. This is on missing people and like what goes on. What you have to understand is this is not only just a physical battle, but it's also a spiritual battle. And with that, I mean, as in, not only are there good people on this earth, but there are also bad people on this earth. Um, what I mean by that are there are people that just refuse to believe in God, His Son Christ, and they become what's called they're Satanists. And some are on high levels, some are on lower levels, like the lower level Masons. Um, Lower level Masons are like what you would call like just your firefighters, policemen, and whatnot. But what you have to understand is when people go missing, they're actually they didn't just disappear off the face of the earth, or jump off a cliff or whatnot. Some actually run away, but for the most part, a majority of them are just have been abducted. And by that I mean abducted by just normal, well, I wouldn't say normal, but everyday citizens that, but they're Satanists. And what they do is um they usually wait at night, around late at night. That's why you're not really supposed to be around at late at night, just doing whatnot, because that's around the devil's time. But with that, they have tactics, and one of them is they'll drive around in a van with tinted windows, or if they want to do like a daytime abduction, they'll drive around in a van, but they'll have a child in the front seat. But what you don't know is either this child's been through like the rituals of possession rituals, or he's either drugged up, and I mean, you wouldn't even really notice, and until you're blindfolded in the back of a van. But with that, they pretty much they keep people underground. Even when you go past, like, say for instance, if you go past a lot of churches and you see nothing but grave sites outside, a lot of people just drive past the churches and don't even realize that some of those churches are actually really long time Masonic. And with that, they sacrifice people, and they have actually underground cellars under those churches. That's why, like, you have to really realize what's going on. A lot of people are like fooled and deceived, just think everything's fine and dandy, and that's not the case. You have to be able to not only see what's on the outside, but what's really going on the inside. I mean, I know we all like to believe that people are just good, and sometimes bad things happen, but it's not just the physical world, it's a spiritual world too. If you're a non-believer, then I mean, you might as well just turn to, go watch some movie or something like that, because I mean, you're just not gonna get it. It's just gonna go over your head like a metaphor. You're not gonna catch it. But to all my other people that actually know what's going on and can see what's going on, besides just of what they with their two eyes you can actually discern is but a lot of people get abducted and they get sacrificed, and what you have to realize is even you have people in high positions, like say for instance, if a school, you don't know, your principal could be a either a witch. A lot of females today are witches. That's why you had during the Salem witch trials, they had try and research the Salem witch trials. That was not fake. That was actually real. It got to a point so bad that people were just dying because they were putting curses on people so bad. People were just dropping dead that they had to just start. They had to have the movement and just start killing, putting them on trial and killing them because it got so bad. And what you don't realize is there's actually witches in church. Like they like to prey on the Christians, and you have to realize that if you can't discern or tell what's going on just on the outward appearance, then you're doomed to fail, because you have to realize what's going on. That's like just discern everything. Pay attention to your surroundings, because if you're just walking around la la la, the next thing you get snatched up. I mean, best believe you're on your way to being sacrificed, because you just refuse to wake up and smell the coffee and see what's going on. So I mean, don't get mad or sad and be scared when you have a blindfold over your damn head and you're in the back of a van. But you have to understand that these satanic people, they believe that they'll get more power from Satan when they sacrifice, because when they work for Satan, Satan makes them do evil things, and he makes them do more and more. So with that, they feel that they have to do a lot of evil deeds, and with that they sacrifice. And when you hear of them, like say for instance, I know you've probably heard about them sacrificing like little children. Of what that is like, because they're more pure and innocent is what they believe, and they believe that they'll get more power if, say for instance, they sacrifice a newborn baby, because a newborn baby hasn't sinned and the blood is pure. So they believe that they'll get more power from from the devil for that. But I mean, they it's just a lot going on. And what you have to realize is, even your elected officials, it doesn't matter who you vote into office, the agenda still stands. There's going to be a spiritual battle that takes place towards the end times when Christ arrives. I mean, you can vote whoever you want to try and vote in, but I mean, the agenda still stands. You're not changing nothing. You're not changing the way that you're not changing prophecy of the Bible. So as much as you want to help make the world a better place, it's prophecy. You can't change prophecy of what the Most High says. And with that, a lot of people go missing. Like those 200 women. I'm sorry, but as soon as I heard when they went missing, I already knew what it was. And then even your government is behind abductions and stuff like that. And then they'll get on. They know exactly where those girls are. They know where they are. But they'll get on TV, put a sign up saying, give us our girls back and stuff, make it seem like they're with you. I mean, any person with a brain can discern that. I mean, only a fool would just sit there with the enemy and not really know it. I mean, it happens, but you got to realize who you're dealing with. I mean, you're dealing with a high level of evil, wicked people. If you're not spiritual, you're just not gonna get it. You're just not gonna get it. If you're not into the Bible, or just really seeing people for who they really are under the charade that they put up, then you're just not gonna get it. I mean, it's just you're too into other things, and I'm sorry, but not everyone's gonna get it. It's just like the Bible is written in parables, because everyone can read it, but not everyone is gonna understand it. So with that, I just wanted to let you school you on to everything that kind of goes on around you. Just the people that go missing, sometimes they're not just runaways. Sometimes they've been abducted. Sometimes they've been sacrificed. That goes on. And it's just sickening, some of the stories that I hear of how they killed like these little children. Like this one girl, she was getting after they were draining some of her blood, they just started disfiguring her with a power saw, and she wouldn't stop screaming until they got to her mid body. And it was just sickening, some of the stuff that they do. They rip off some of the kids' private parts and feed them to their dogs, and while they're raping them, it's sickening. It's just sick. But revenge is for the Lord. So as much as you probably want to break in one of the churches and find the underground and save the children and kill those evil people, but revenge is for the Lord. So just all we can really do is pray. Pray. And what some people actually like to do is, because prayer actually works. So a lot of people some people like to go around and find out exactly where these the Satanists hide and do their secret rituals, because that's what they do. They hide and do their secret rituals. I mean, they don't, not a majority of them don't come out into the open and say, hey, we're saying this. Some of them are bold, yes. Some of them are getting to a point to where they're so bold because they've infiltrated the schools. They've indoctrinated your children. Your children are just gone. They don't believe in God. If you listen to some of the stuff that they have your children doing, is crazy. Because I remember my teacher, she tried to someone indoctrinate us. She got us into, she would be, I thought it was friendly on the outside, because I'm just a little kid in 5th grade or whatever, and I have a teacher reading the Harry Potter books every day after recess, but not knowing that she's stirring up the imagination, getting you into the wizardry. But at the same time, you have, you know, other teachers that just do like this. One other teacher did an assignment to where they were playing with wizard cards and Pokemon and sitting at, and the kids are outside with sticks saying spirits come into me. I mean, come on now. But you have to realize what's going on, you know, and they're getting more clever with everything. But the ultimate goal is they either want your kid sacrificed, or because Satan wants your kids, he wants your children. He doesn't he I mean, if he can get you, he'll get you too. But for the most part, he wants your children, because with your children, they grow up say for instance, if they grow up a Satanist, they're gonna spread that, you know, that Satanry to their children, and it spreads. So what he wants to do is he wants to eliminate the belief in Christ. So with that, he wants your children from an early age, and that's why you work so long, but you don't have any time with your children, because your children are getting raised by the schools and getting raised by the daycares, and you don't understand that, you know, that those some of those people in that have infiltrated that system, and they're subtly indoctrinating your children, and you don't know it. And that's why some people, you wonder why people grow up not believing in the Lord and acting crazy. Some of them are actually just possessed by spirits. I mean, that's just how it goes. And when you see people, like, say for instance, if you pull up a YouTube video and you see people just going crazy, you know, it's not only are they gone off of drugs, but sometimes those people are just possessed. I mean, you have to be able to discern that and realize that, because during the end times, a lot of people are going to be possessed and by evil spirits. I mean, you just have to be able to understand that. And a lot of people just think, oh, they got mental problems and this. It's more deeper than that. That's just the outside appearance. But I mean, I'm just saying, if you're not spiritual and you don't believe, then you're just not gonna get it. It's just gonna go right over your head. Yeah, I mean, it's gonna go right over your head. But for all the other people that actually understand and know what I'm talking about, then I mean, what you can really do is just pray for these people, because I mean, people go missing every day. I mean, it's just how it is. It's just how it is. People go missing every day, but I mean, it's more than likely, most of the time they're just sacrificed, and you have to pray. But you know, God rest their soul. You know. But with that being said, I just wanted to let you know what goes on. Thank you.
There's three types of niggas in this world. You got niggas that make it happen, niggas that watch it happen. You got niggas that don't even know it happened.
What?